Hey juniors, I hope everybody's doing all right in our second to last full week of classes during the pandemic. Um, it's been rather difficult, but I hope that you guys are getting by, and I hope that you're making the most of your time, getting some opportunities to continue learning and continue growing. I know that you guys are sad. I know I'm very sad that we've concluded theology of the body for this semester. It's been probably my favorite part of ethics. Um, but in all honesty, I mean, it's an opportunity for you guys to continue learning that stuff throughout the rest of your life. I hope that you will ask yourselves every day what it means to love authentically, to even question yourself at the end of the day: have I loved authentically, and in what ways can I grow? Um, that's an everyday opportunity uh, to grow in your ability to love, but then also I hope you'll get some more opportunities throughout your life to study theology of the body and to consider purity and chastity as worthwhile virtues. Um, what I want to move on to now is Catholic social teaching. Just for the 2 weeks that we have left, we're gonna dive into some of the issues um, regarding Catholic social teaching, but this week I kind of want to just talk about what Catholic social teaching is and why we follow it. So in this class, if you remember, it's entitled Ethics. It's about uh, good moral conduct and what it means to live a happy human life is ultimately the goal of ethics, is to consider how we can be happy. Um, and the Christian church, or the church that we follow, has specific guidelines, has specific encouragement, specific um, ideals on how we should live our lives and how we can live a fully human life. And so Catholic social teaching kind of just breaks that down uh, into some of the more important issues of our life that we face in modern society, that we've faced a little bit in the past. It takes these issues and it weighs in on what a Catholic stance would be, what our standpoint should be regarding these ethical issues. So, for example, abortion is a very easy and clear one to talk about. I know it's just what always comes up, but the Catholic Church has a very clear and decisive stance on the immorality of abortion, how abortion itself is the destruction of innocent life. That is the Catholic stance, and that's also what we would call the Catholic social teaching. And why are these ethical codes important? Why not, I go to church, I receive the sacraments, I believe in God. So how come I can't follow whatever I want uh, in these matters? Um, the reason being is that uh, the Catholic Church is not about what you do on Sunday, and it's not about the title of your school, right? I know you all go to Holy Cross. It's not about um, I don't know. It's whatever else you could say about the stereotypical lukewarm Catholic or someone who takes their faith for granted. Because to be Catholic really means to live every single moment of your life as a Catholic would, right? And if in a single moment you choose not to follow the church's teachings because you don't want to, then you're not fully Catholic. You're not where you need to be, right? So to refrain from being a hypocrite, I'm not where I need to be. In case you guys were wondering, I'm probably not fully Catholic, and I'm not fully human, right? Because I still sin, I still fall short, and in the wise words, I will never forget the words, and probably I've told you this story before, but it's worth repeating. I'll never forget the words of one of my English professors in college. This man had us rolling on the floor laughing every single day of Shakespeare class. If you can imagine that happening, it's pretty baffling. But he was really quite comical, and he said, "We don't sin on accident." He said it's not unintentional when we sin. We sin because we damn well want to. And that's the reality of sin, is that we know the church's teachings, we know what God wants, but we want something else. Right? Even the great Saint Paul says, I do that which I don't want to do, and that which I want to do, I don't do. Right? It's the reality of concupiscence that we're selfish and we want what we want, and we also want the church to conform to our desires. And that's never going to happen, right? And so to be fully Catholic and to be fully human, the understanding is that we would follow what the church teaches in every aspect of our lives. And this covers issues of contraception, abortion, in vitro fertilization, embryonic stem cell research. But it also goes to some positive things like Christ's preference for the poor and how we should treat the people around us, right? It talks about the death penalty and prison, right? Catholic social teaching is kind of a Catholic guidance to the way we should handle our lives. And why should we follow this teaching? Well, it's the greatest way to be happy. Right? If we believe in God and we want to be Catholic, then this is the way. Right? And it's not the narrow way. Right? Sorry, it's not the broad way. It's not the easy way. It is the narrow way. Right? There we go again with words. The Catholic social teaching presents the narrow way. It presents the way that is more difficult, but the way that is fulfilling. And so we'll go through some of those issues, and I hope that you guys will regard Catholic social teaching not as a binding set of rules, but as a means to total freedom, as they truly are. Freedom to do that which will make you happy, and that which will bring the most happiness to the people around you. That's our goal, essentially. Happiness for others, and then our own human fulfillment. So bless you guys. Let me know what you think of Catholic social teaching, and perhaps what issues you would like to understand better in light of the Catholic Church.